Hey! Hi! Welcome to Tangledmania Podcast. Okay, so this is several technological glitches later. Let's hope it works this time. Alright, so hi from upstate New York. My name is Jen, and you can find me on Instagram as Tangledmania, on Ravelry as Tangledmania, and you can go see my blog at tangledmania.blogspot.com. I also have a Ravelry group called Knitting Tangled Yarns, which is where I'm going to start off what we're talking about. So we voted on something that I wanted to do since I saw recently Julie and Julia. It's this movie regards to this woman who blogs her way through knitting the art of French cooking, I think it's called. This is seriously like the fourth take, and I didn't even look it up because I still didn't know it, but I figured it out. But she cooks her way through the entire book, cooking every single recipe. And I thought, I love patterns. I love books, and I love pattern books. And so I thought it'd be fun to do is to knit my way through. Take my glasses off. Be serious. To knit my way through a pattern book, every single pattern. And so I put several on there, like 60 quick knits for babies and things like that. And the one that won is Botanical Knits by Alana Dacos. Let's see. There we go. I'm so excited to be doing this one. I have done the hat, but I am going to redo it. See the little leaf right there? I am going to be doing it again. This is done in Barocco Comfort, worsted weight. I like that yarn. It's a fun yarn. It's on the higher end of expense to me for worsted weight, but it's a fun thing. I like it. It's soft and it wears well and stuff. A little bit of pilling, but it's all good. So I'm all excited. Even better is that people have been donating towards this effort yarn. I mean, who would have thought? Who would have thunk it? As we say in my house sometimes. So the first project that we're going to be doing is this sweater. Let's see if I can get it without glare. Ooh, there we go. First podcast, people, we will get it done. So this is the sweater. There we go. Whoop. She's got some lace work and stuff in it. It's in sport weight. The pattern calls for size 6 and size 7 and 8 needles. So my thing is I tend to knit a little off. I'm a loose knitter. So I did swatch. When I got the yarn from, this yarn is donated from Pics. Pics, you guys rock. Seriously, if you don't shop there, you're insane. I love their needles. I love their yarn. I love their patterns. And they're so friendly. Their customer service, I've never had a bad thing. I've never had a bad experience. And I've been shopping there for over a year and probably too much. So they sent us Andean Treasure Knit Pics. I love this yarn. This yarn is so soft. It's 100% baby alpaca. It's so soft. Oh my gosh. And I'm doing it in Aurora Heather. So mine's going to look a little bit more like a, I'm trying to find the, seriously, this is like the 5th time I've tried to do this. So I swatched. I went down a needle size. I swatched with 6s instead of swatched with 7s, and I swatched with 6s because I'm a loose knitter. So this is what I came up with. Woot! There we go. Woot! Isn't it pretty? It's so pretty. It's a nice dark green. It's so soft. I mean, seriously, guys. This is such scrumptious yarn. I'm serious. There's no joke on that. It's crazy. So, yeah. I'm all ready to cast on, which I will do after the podcast, once I calm down and get everything up and everything. So, yeah. Crazy. So, what else am I working on? Well, I do have some Christmas knitting. And here's one that's frustrating me. You might see cats jump up behind me. So this is where I always knit, by the way. It doesn't usually have that curtain back there, but I put that up. It's actually a blanket. You just cut 2 yards, which is 6 feet of fleece at Joann's, and you get a 6-foot blanket. If you heard that, I'm sorry. That was the college kids of the trucks. Apparently, they like to have them as loud as possible. I joke with my kids. I have 2 daughters, 7 and 3-year-olds, Eliza and Abby, and I joke that they're dragons. And I actually scared them once that late at night. But then I showed them, and they saw it in daylight, and everything was okay. But anyways, back to Christmas knitting. Yes, I have Christmas knitting, and here we go. So, this is a scarf that I'm knitting for a friend of mine, for her husband, and I'm supposed to finish one in oat, the same pattern for her son, and, well, or whoever she decides to give whoever to. And honestly, I'm so sick of this pattern. I'm so sick of the, of scarves. I don't like knitting scarves. I like shawls. I like hats, mittens, sweaters, but I think it's the short rows on scarves that get me. Okay, it's the short rows back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Oh my god, it gets so annoying. No matter how nice the pattern is, it's little back and forth. It's not like the big. So it just gets to me. Anyways, this is a fun knit. It's called Basic Cables Can Be Nice on Ravelry. I'll list it. And I really, really like the yarn, which is Lion Brand Woolies, so not too expensive. I got it nice and cheap. Yay! And it's soft, and it's comfy, and it's going to be warm because it's got a little bit of wool in it. It's mostly acrylic, but it has a little bit of wool. Alright, so the next thing that's going on in my world is sock head. So, sock head is so much fun. I've got all this stuff all twisted up. And I'm not wearing my glasses. See how that is. So this is so cool. I love this. This is the sock head that I'm doing, I'm doing for a internet party, knit along, virtual party with Knitfitch, also known as Chelsea in Japan. So she's so sweet. If you haven't seen her podcast, you need to go see her podcast. I'll get into other people that I like as I go through. Just because you got to give shout outs to people that you like, right? So that's a cat chasing something. So the cats love this yarn. I don't know what this yarn is. I got this on a monthly thing I did last year. Or the year before? Yeah, it was probably the year before. It was a while ago. And what it is sock yarn. So it's merino wool and nylon. And I like it, and it's pretty and everything. And I didn't know what to do with it for the longest time. And so the cats, every time they saw this yarn, I would wake up in the morning and then be all the way up the stairs, a trail of it, into my daughter's room. Seriously. These cats are the enemy. Well, it's really just one, but I have 4, so God help me. I'm like the old crazy cat lady already. But yeah, so I love this, but I'm not really sure what it is. The club was Come As You Are. It was a 90s grunge kind of thing that they were doing those months. Made socks in I'm Only Happy When It Rains. I love that. But I don't have it with me. I'll show it next time. I gotta fix it. I realized I had a drop stitch. I didn't realize it forever. It was like sticking pretty well in there. So I need to fix it. I'm not too worried about it. It's not a huge deal. It's not going anywhere right now. So good deal. But this is great yarn. It's so much brighter than that in some places. It's got oranges. James, you might like that from Dancing Geek. It's fun stuff. Not that he probably... Obviously, he doesn't watch my podcast since this is the first one. And, yeah. Not really. And Chelsea, you see how we talk similar? That's probably why I like you, because you remind me so much of me. I love podcasts with like people who are like, yeah, Something else that I'm doing, which I really want to finish because I'm so sick of it. Afghans. Beautiful things. I prefer to crochet them. This is knitted. I can't wait till it's finished because it's driving me crazy, but it is beautiful. It is pretty, and my mom will like it when it's done. So, you can see some of it. See? Let's see if I can try and get it stretched. There we go, a little bit. So, it's fun. It's from Vogue Knitting. Leaf blanket. I think it's number 27. I don't know how they come up with the names for those things. It's crazy, right? Whatever. My daughter's upstairs playing. I can hear her. It's so much fun. My 3-year-old, she's so funny. She's yelling at something. Probably a cat. So, that's it for my works in progress. I actually don't think I have any FOs. No. And it's only 10 minutes in. So what do I talk about? Some of the other people that have donated yarn that I'm expecting and I will be showing off, I'm so excited about it, is Celestial Strings on Etsy. Celestial Strings. And I will connect it to the notes. She gave me 40% off, so I'm going to be doing the last shawl and 2 of her DK weights. Oh, I can't wait to get that. It's going to be wonderful. Also, Cedar Hill Farm Company they're donating yarn. Yay! I can't wait to see that. Oh gosh. And there's one more. Oh my gosh. This is going to bug me. I'm so sorry. And you're so sweet. I think it's 3 Hill Fates. 3 Fate yarn. I think that's it. If it's not it, I'm going to fix it, and I'll fix it in my next podcast, which I'm going to be doing. So I'm sorry, and I will fix it. Yeah. So this is something I'm a little self-conscious about, so I want to get it out of the way for myself in the first podcast. I have a scar here. I had my thyroid taken out for cancer a couple years ago. I'm good. So I'm always thumbs up. Everything with me is thumbs up. So it's there. I don't hide it. It's there. People ask me weird questions. Once I was out and somebody asked me about it and I said, oh yeah, it was a gang. like not really. But it was fun. So yeah, you gotta joke about stuff and everything. Other things going on in my life is I graduated in May from a local college up here in upstate New York with my master's in counseling and community psychology. I love counseling. I love people. Most of the time. I mean, yeah, so, I could be licensed as a mental health therapist, but, funds are really low and it's like $600 to get fully licensed and stuff. So it's, just looking for a job and doing this stuff and chatting with you guys and getting support from the fantastic people all over who knit and craft and stuff like that. They're such great people. Seriously. It really is. I mean, it's such a support group. And yeah, my daughter, she's 7. She hurt her ankle the other week. And so I got to capture her and get her to learn to knit. I mean, it's the worst thing. I mean, when kids, and they're sick, they just want to lay there and not move and everything. But when they're hurt, they don't want to lay there and not move, but they have to, right? Especially if it's their ankle or something. So she couldn't run around with her sister and wrestle or anything. She had to stay there and stay off her foot. And it was actually kind of funny. So I had to, I had to distract her. So I got out a big, chunky, circular set of 10.5 needles, yellow plastic, and some thick and quick yarn from Line Brand, and cast her on and went a couple rows for her. And then I showed her, and she took off. And now she's done like 12 rows. And it's funny because I have to take it apart every once in a while, a couple rows, because she'll start at the other end and get like the yarn stretching across. It's pretty cute. And so yeah, it's pretty funny. But she's doing good. And I don't have to say, hey, you want to do some knitting? She picks it up with me and she'll be like, I want to sit with my mom and knit. And this is where I sit. I literally sit here. There's a TV over there and there's a couch over there and I can see into the kitchen over there. And yeah, this back room is kids playing a lot. It's a really wet day today, guys. It's rainy out there. Last night we had some nasty ice and hail coming down. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. I was driving home from my knitting group. I love those ladies. They're so nice. So, and a knitting group, speaking of, leads me to my next thing, is at the library. And I love books. I love to read. I'll read mostly on the Kindle. And I will read 2 books at a time. And this is why. One book is for the daytime. Okay? Because I have light. And that's usually something like this. This is what I picked up last night. I picked up this book. This is, can you see? There we go. This book. Yeah. It was suggested to me by somebody, a podcaster. I watch a lot of podcasts. A Land More Kind Than Home. This is not going to be a cheerful read. I can tell already. And that's okay. Because my nighttime read is kind of funny. So, yeah. This is it's by Wiley Cash. I guess it's his first novel, too. Good for him. Good job. Seriously. Awesome. And I'm looking forward to reading it. I started it this morning. And this is my daytime read. And my nighttime read is always on my Paperwhite. I love my Paperwhite. I love my Kindle. Oh my gosh, it's so wonderful. And right now, I am reading a third book in a series that I started. It's called Armageddon, Angel Bound, Book 3. And it is by... I'm not prepared. And I've got tons of time. It's only 15 minutes. And I could do 30, right? Something like that. So, let's see if I can figure out about the author. Okay, it's by Christina Bauer, who is actually on Twitter, and I sent her a hello when I read her first book. The fun thing about this book is that there is the main character, Mila. She is such a spitfire. She's got such witty things to say, and she's so quick on the reply and stuff. It's so much fun. I love it. I like stuff like that. Anything that makes me laugh like that, it's a good thing. It's a fun thing. I just finished Prince Lestat. That's my cat. I'm sorry. She wants to go out. I'll take care of it in a few minutes. Or I'll pause this. One or the other. Or I'll throw something at her. I'm not going to do that. So, yeah. Prince Lestat by Anne Rice. It's her new book that just came out. And I really like it. And it's fun. And I'm looking forward to... I think she's going to come out with another one. It really ended that way. I mean, did anybody else feel that way who read it? I felt like she's going to come out with a new one. I really did. She left it kind of on a cliffhanger with Luis. I really did. I felt like it. I think we're going to have a new trilogy coming out of this one. Maybe I'm wrong. It's all good. So, I'm having a fun time with the books and the podcasts. So, who else do I watch? I watch, and I know I'm not going to get them all here. So if I forget anybody, trust me, I will be more organized as I go on with these podcasts. It's taking me, I'm really kind of nervous about it, and I really didn't know I knew what to do in terms, but I didn't know what to say and about myself. I like the podcast to have somebody else with them, but I live in a small town, and until last year, I was by myself. In a small town in a way that I didn't really know a lot of people, so because I was at classes at night a lot, so it was hard to make friends and things, and I'm just starting to do that. So maybe I'll end up with some groups. That'd be kind of fun. But yeah, so podcast with Dancing Geek, James, you're hilarious. I watch all of his podcasts, like from beginning to end. His last one was like 2 hours and 40 minutes long. It's all good. It's all good, James. Awesome. Yeah. I'm not going to be that way, I don't think. Especially since I've only got 18 minutes into this one. That's okay because I'm newbie. I mentioned Nitfitch. She's relatively new, but she's really, really fun and sweet. And really cute. So, who else? Sword, as in Sword of a Knitter. I like his. He's cute. And he talks about tea, which... but it's okay. I mean, because I might talk about things that nobody cares about in here. I'm kind of a Mountain Dew drinker, which is really, really bad. Which is probably why I'm kind of fluffy. Not fluffy. Flubby. That and water. I don't drink tea or coffee. Coffee puts me to sleep. Does it put anybody else to sleep? Because I haven't met a lot of people what puts people to sleep. It really makes me sleepy. It's kind of creepy. It's kind of weird. Everybody's like, oh, well, you drink it and it wakes you up. And I'm like, no, not really. Not so much. Oh, some nitpicks. You know what else they did? Besides sending me that fantastic yarn, which I was so grateful for, they also sent me a Try It needle set. Because I lost my size 8s. I don't know where it is. I sat down. I swear to God, it was right here next to me, and it's gone. Usually I can find it within a couple days, but it's been about a month now, and I haven't found it. So I think I'm going to have to bite the bullet, which is horrible because I really wanted to make more of my cabled kitty hat pattern, which is free on Ravelry until the end of the month, and then it won't be. So go get that, and I'll link that too. Go get it. Anyway, so it came with size 6 4mm Caspian wood tips, and one set size 7 4.5 nickel plated tips, as 24-inch cable and a 40-inch cable, and then the 4 end caps and metal tightening key. I'm not ready to show that, but that is what they gave me as a freebie on top of the awesome yarn. I mean, they're so wonderful. They're so fantastic. And I'm not saying that if you contact them, they're going to do that for everybody. I think I just got lucky. I don't know. Maybe they like my idea. A lot of people like my idea. I've actually gotten very little bad response to what I'm doing. So that's kind of fun. Yeah. It's great. Life passes on. I had an interview yesterday, which was really nerve-wracking. This is a funny story, and I really wanted to tell it on my podcast. I'm glad I remembered. Yesterday I had an interview for a job. Okay, and so on the way out the door, I was on the way to get my daughter on the bus, my 7-year-old. I actually had grabbed 2 pairs of shoes. Okay, they were brown. I'm like, okay, dress shoes. Good. Because my interview was until the afternoon, so I decided to put my dress pants on and my dress shoes later, so I'd be comfortable until then. Makes sense, right? Because it's a stressful day. And so I grabbed the shoes, and when I was at 1 o'clock, getting ready for the interview, polishing myself up, putting a little bit of makeup on, which I don't do a whole lot, guys, so don't expect. I get my dress pants on and and I looked at my shoes and I realized, A, they were both for my right foot. No joke. And B, obviously they were for different shoes. So, at least they were both brown, but they're both my right foot. One was a heel, one was a flat, too. Oh, God. It was so funny. I called my husband. He laughed at me. I called my mother. She laughed at me. I was crying a little bit because I was really stressed because I never go to an interview like that. And there's nothing like having kids to make you unprepared for things and less organized. Seriously. It's amazing. I'm the kind of person that likes to be early for everything. If there's a time you have to be there, I like to be early. I'm also, and you dress up for interviews. You wear dressy shoes, you wear, just the whole kit and caboodle. So it's just insane that I did that. It's hilarious. It's funny now. It's funny now. Whether or not I get the job, it's funny now. So, I don't know. Yes, that is another Afghan I've been working on for over a year. I'm not going to show it because it's like all things in, but well, maybe I'll talk about it next time. Maybe I'll work on it. The holidays, I got to finish those scarves and stuff. Anyways, thanks for saying hi. I will have more to talk about next time. I'm going to cast on that sweater. I hope you cast on the Autumn's End sweater with me. I'm going to look up videos about the long tail cast on that they want us to do. I'm going to show my swatch. I'm also going to, and whatever else I run into that I think you might need pictures of before. And in the next podcast, I'll show you how it came out. And it was great to meet you. If you please subscribe, be down there, and say hi in the comment, whatever. Like me if you like it. If you don't, let me know why. Seriously, tell me what's going on. I went through a couple computers to get to this point, and today, a little bit of frustration this morning, but I got my sense of humor back, as you can see. So yeah, it's fun. This is a fun thing to do on a dreary day, and I think my daughter just fell asleep. Yes! And I hope you have a knitting, wonderful day, and keep your chin up. And for all you people that suffer from depressive and anxiety symptoms, you're not alone. Keep on knitting, keep on crocheting, keep on crafting, and remember, you're not alone. You're stronger because you're still here. Be well.